And there'll be a break in the action here because Prescott is going to use a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Yeah, here we go. Right there.
Looking to pass first play is Prescott. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd and 4. Here's Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's 1. He's on his way. Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, Cowboys. Deebo Samuel, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Mayfield looks to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
And with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here's 2nd and 10. Baker going to give it to Irving. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now Mayfield. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Hey, alert! Done.
Mayfield on play action. Looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A very solid gain of 27.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Hurry!
To throw, Mayfield. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. A run up the middle with Irving. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Run.
Mayfield. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Irving. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll run with Irving. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
They didn't get the push they needed. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. They'll try it now with Irving. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Bucky Irving, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
This is 2nd and 8. Prescott to throw it. Got his man. It's Warren. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
7-7, our score after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go. Like that. Everybody, kill.
Prescott now. Samuel bringing in the slant. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now run straight ahead with Warren. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. The Cowboys at 500 and 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
He finds his man, complete. It's Warren. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Throwing, Prescott. To the right side, and he's got more, complete. It's only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed as they move the sticks again.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On the give, it's Warren. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
A 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? Now Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Jake Ferguson, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Aubrey now for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Once again, it's Irving. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Straight ahead, it's Irving. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Third down and 1.
Regular.
Mayfield to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Mayfield going to switch things up here. They go play action here on first down. And this one caught downfield by Evans. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Now they'll change things around before the snap.
Point it right.
On 1st and 10, here's Irving. And the big boys up front. They're going to stop him right at the line. Now a 2nd and 10. A shotgun handoff here to Irving. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the gun, Mayfield. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game. At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. Now here's a throw out wide. Oh, this might be a double pass. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Now they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Here we go, 46, 26.
A handoff for Warren. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So a 4-point game here as we get set to resume action in this third quarter of play. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
They'll stay on the ground with Irving. And this is going to be a Bucs first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. Delivering a pass here to Evans on the out route. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Here's Mayfield. Throw left side, hauled in by Otten. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Cade Otten, 27 yards. And the Buccaneers have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 17-14. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
Here's Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Deebo Samuel halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Cowboys have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. Aubrey now for the point after. It's up and good to make it 21-17. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the third quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right, where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
Throwing, Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Mayfield now. Forced out to his left. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. They run out of the gun with Irving. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Called out a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. On the handoff, this is Irving. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it.
Now, how about this? They'll change it at the line.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
Here's a handoff to Irving.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
They'll run. This is Irving.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Now a give, Irving running right.
And he stopped immediately there.
Brought down that time by Nolan Smith.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Mayfield looks to throw.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Cowboys force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 5.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. To throw is Prescott.
Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete.
Touchdown, Cowboys! CeeDee Lamb, 57 yards.
And And the Cowboys look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Aubrey now for the PAT.
And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
2nd and 10.
To throw, Mayfield. And he comes back with one complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now Mayfield. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
But here in the fourth quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages. But not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
47.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Deebo Samuel with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. And the Cowboys are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted.
And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Mayfield. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Again, he'll drop to throw.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he... Get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. The offense on third down tonight, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there. And now 4th down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Hurry! Alert! Stop!
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys' offense. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
This 2nd and 4.
Yeah, here we go. I think.
Now Prescott. Being chased out left. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Now Prescott going to change the play.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he's got some space here.
There he goes again.
And he is into the end zone for the Cowboy touchdown. Deebo Samuel, 54 yards. And the Cowboys add 6 to their lead. Aubrey now for the point after. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this fourth quarter. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Mayfield to throw it. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
And normally when you think about huge field flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot receiver, that burner on the outside. Not here. That's a tight end doing work down the field. Where's the oxygen mask? He's going to need it after that one. A big, big play.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. A comeback route, and he connects with Godwin. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 14 yards that time for number 14. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Now back to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Cowboys are going to get the football here at their own 23.
And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
They'll start on the ground here on first down.
And a short pickup to about the 25.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Cowboys, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.